Hello YouTubers, JTMer22, and this will be my third video in my Python series. So, last video, we did very simple stuff like how to use calculations in Python, like 8 times 8. Sorry, I put a space. So it would be 8 times 8, and that would be 64. We also showed how to divide, multiply, and basically make any calculations on Python. We also showed how to make variables or substitutions for stuff. So instead of writing I like pie every single time, you could do Fred equals I like pie, right? But in order to make it like for him to say it, you gotta, put the two quotes around it, right? So it's gonna look like that. Okay, then whenever you print and then Fred, instead of say print I like pie, you can say print Fred and then say I like pie. So, sorry, my phone just rang. Anyway, so that's what we did in the last video. I will have a link to that show up on the screen right now. So now we're going to be doing something called strings, embedding values in strings. We'll be creating lists, a lot of lists actually, and a whole bunch of other stuff in chapter 3. So first we'll start off by going down here and making a couple new lines. So let's say in a video game, like, you step on a cube and you get 1,000 points, right? We're going to name that cube my score, right? And we're going to have it equal 1,000 points. Now every time you step on that cube, right, even if it's a different value and everything, you want to have it say the same message the same exact way. So instead of copy and paste that message over and over and over with the many different values in it, what you can do is you could say just message, name it whatever you want. I'm just naming it message, and you can equal one little quotation mark thing with your message, or you're gonna write I scored, and then this is where you would have the number, right? So you just write the parent sign, which is shift 5, and then S at the end, and then points, right, with the little ending mark, and then you just click enter. Then whenever you have them step on it, you would say print open message, and then you'd say, oops, hold on, I moved my cursor and it made the screen glitch out. So we're going to say message, print message, which is saying print, of course, the message, and then with the little shift 5, which is saying replace with my score, or whatever you named it, and then you close parenthesis. And whenever you click enter, it's okay, I scored, and then wherever that little mark is, you'd say 1,000 points. There you go. So that's how you embed values in strings. You could also do something like a joke text, or you could have like a joke text equal that little parent sign, a device for finding furniture in the dark. And you could say body part 1 would be knee, body part 2 would be shin. And say print joke text with the little parent sign, body part 1, so say knee, a device for finding furniture in the dark, or you could say shin, yeah, you get the point. Anyway, so you could say, anyway, we can do one where it goes nums for numbers equal what did the number, and then you could put like the little the parent sign say to the number parent sign, nice spell, and you could say print nums, and then wherever you have that little parent sign, you could say, and then you could do numbers 0 through 8. So you could say, what did the number 0 say to the number 8? Nice belt. So that's something you could do. So I'm just gonna do that, but I'm not gonna write what did the number say to the whatever. So you're gonna just do nums, make nums equal, and then say what did and then shift 5s say to shift 5s, and then question mark, right? And then you just do the ending quote, and then you do something like print, and then open nums, saying to print that first, of course, space shift 5 for saying replace with 0, open parentheses 0, comma, space 8, close. So that's saying replace it, the first one with 0 and the second one with 8. So if you click enter, what did 0 say to 8? There you go. So then, what you could also do is now we're going to be multiplying strings. So that's saying like to do print open 10. But let's say we want to print, no, let's say we want to write A, right? But we want to write it 10 times. But we don't want to write it out 10 times. So then what you do is you do 10, like, because you want to multiply it 10 times, and then 10 times, and then you do open A, close, and then close parenthesis. See, and then print it 10 times. You could also do it backwards. Do this space times 10, close. See, and it also does it 10 times. So it really doesn't matter what time or what way you write it. It's just like the the community property. So then now we're probably going to get into more lists, because lists are more powerful than strings. So we could do something like wizard list equals spider legs, toe of frogs, eye of newts, bat wings, slug butter, and snake dandruff. And then you do print wizard list, and that would all come up, right? But then what we could do with lists is then we can also do print the name, so it would be wizard list, and then in brackets you would write, like, you see how I put it, spider legs, toe of frog, so toe of frog would be the second thing in the list. So then you can write a 2 inside, and only the eye of newt would come up. Or, my fault, the toe of frog would come up, because that's the second thing in the list. You can also do that with lists, so actually, let's do that. So we're going to do the wizard list. Wizard dash list. Wizard plus list, actually. Let's do that. Sorry, I'm in the book it says underscore, but my so you can do wizard list, and then with that you do just like space equals space, and then you do open bracket, and then let's just do 3 things. So let's do spider legs. Oops. Spider legs Forgot you have to put them in the quotation mark things. And then comma, Toa frog. Getting this right out of the book. These are really weird names. And then third would be, was it Eye of Newt? So then you do Eye of Newt. I don't even know what a newt is. Okay. So then, of course, to end it, you put the close bracket. Right? There you go. And then when you click enter, now let's say you want to print it, right? So again, print, open, wizards list. And then close that. See? But let's say now we just want to get one of the things in there. So what we would do is you do print, open, parenthesis, wizard. Wow, I can't spell. Wizard list. And then we want the second thing in there. So you do bracket, 2, close bracket. Sorry, I'm doing the keep clicking the wrong key. And then when you click enter, Eye of Newt. So there you go. So that's it for basically doing lists. But one thing I also have to add is, let's say like you do this and then you make a mistake and you know that you want to take that out. Just to delete it from the list, you just do del space then wizards list, wizard list, and then you just do open parenthesis 2 close parenthesis enter, right? And then of course you do print, open parenthesis, wizard list, close parenthesis, and you see the Eye of Newt is gone. So that's how you could like remove things from a list. So that's how you like can add delete stuff from a list, I meant. I'm just trying to think of other stuff. Here we go. So you can also do that with triplets, but a triplet is like a list, but it uses parentheses. For one to be an example, would be if we did like hi, right? And then you do space equals, and then that would equal 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, close parenthesis. Enter, right? One thing I forgot to mention is when you do like the brackets and then the number, as you can see, where is it? Here it said Eye of Newt when we said list 2. That's because the first thing never counts. So if you want to put that, you'd have to put 0. And then it goes 0, 1, 2. I say it never counts, but it's actually really 0. So if you wanted to get spider legs, you would put 0. This is 1, this is 2. So just with saying that, then there you go. I clicked on the wrong spot. So then let's say we want to get the third thing in there again. We would just do print, open parenthesis, hi. And then with the bracket, we could do the second thing in there. No, third thing in there. Close bracket. And then C would be 3. Because 3 is actually the fourth thing in there. But since since the first thing is 0, that's what you would get. So,